Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, our town build survival challenge on Avon Valley with Sabbath Kiwi. As you see, last night we did work pretty late. It got too dark, so there's still a bit of ploughing to do up the back there. But we do have a new home. I asked the workers to get a tiny home for me because I was sick of sleeping in a tent. I kind of feel like, whoops, they went and stole some kid's toy house from their front yard, but hey. It's literally a tiny house. I'm hitting my head. But they put some fruit in there and we sleep on the couch. So, nice view from the window of our farm. Kind of. And they gave us some dishes and whatnot. And we got a compostable toilet in here. So, it's good. But yeah, so at least we got somewhere warmer to sleep with winter coming up. I may have to look at getting a big one because it's kind of tough to fit through there. Anyway, straight into serious now. We do have a bit to do today actually. I've left the plough up there, like I said. We've still got that bit to do up the back. We pushed ourselves as far as we could last night, but it just got so dark. It gets dark so early here, so we don't have much light to really work with. I imagine winter's going to be worse. So we need to get this field done because today is the last day to get it done. The next time we can plant will be March, I think, so we really need to get this underway now, so we got some grass to come our way in April next year, so we can get it cut done. Yeah, this takes a long time with this small plough, so we're definitely going to improve all of this at some stage. For now, we'll just get going. Like I say, it did get very dark early, and we pushed on. We got up to here and I just couldn't see, so there was no point carrying on. We might as well finish it today, but it is a slow job, like I say. Yeah, we do have a lot to do today again, I said. We've got to lime the field as well as finish ploughing it, fertilise and seed it and maybe cultivate it. That's a lot of work to do. It's already 8:30-ish. So this could take a while. I didn't get up at 7 because it doesn't get light until just before 8. So, like I say, not many hours of daylight on this map. But that's okay, we'll get there. And that's one length done. You can see why it took a while. Yeah, I didn't do any uploads over the weekend because obviously I can't with the kids around. And we had a long weekend here. We had the, I think it was a Memorial Day for the Queen's passing. Here in New Zealand we had ours a week later than most people around the world. Do not ask me why we did that, but anyway. So I had kids home for 3 days this weekend and it was kind of hard work. Like I've said before, I can't really get any editing or stuff done. I can only do recordings and that, so yeah. And I'm trying to get used to daylight savings because we've had daylight savings. We lost an hour on Sunday a couple of days ago. So yeah, trying to get used to that, and a long weekend with the kids, and they're trying to get their sleep patterns all sorted again. But we get longer nights here, longer daylight at night time, I should say. So summer's around the corner for New Zealand, but in game, winter's around the corner. So we do need to get cracking with this. But I am going to put grass down in this field. It's the only option we've got right now, the cheaper option. But this episode's going to be a big episode. Yeah, we're going to have a lot happen today and we've really got to get stuck in, like I said. So I'm going to get this done and I'll see you when I finish ploughing. Alright, that's that done. What is it? We're coming up to close to 9:30. So the field's all ploughed, ready to go. Now we've got to get up to the shop to get some tools and materials: seed, fertilizer, lime, a spreader and a seeder. Maybe a cultivator. I might end up just going the usual route with the seeder, but what we should do actually, while I'm thinking about it, is purchase the soil information. I can't see it costing too much. It's not a big field, so yeah, we'll purchase that. It's not going to be too much money, and it's going to help us identify what's going on too. So we'll see how much this is going to cost. That's not too bad, about $4,500. So I think we'll do that. We'll buy that one, and then we've got the information for our field. So done. And we've got a pretty decent field. Loamy sand, sandy loam, and a bit of loam up the top. A lot of loam actually. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So we will try and get our environmental score up. We've got to do some, yeah, we're going to do the pH anyway. Weed control, I don't think we'll be doing any weed control because we just ploughed. Soil, the nitrogen, yeah, nitrogen obviously needs doing, so we will get all that done. So what we'll do is we'll head up to the shop. We do have some silage. We'll probably end up selling some of this to afford the tools and stuff. Yeah, so we'll head up to the shop in a bit and we're going to do some shopping. But like I said, there is a lot going to happen in today's episode. We've got a lot going on. This field, for one, needs to get created and seeded. So I'll head up to the shop and I'll see when the magic is done. Alright, here we go. As you can see, I keep going back to the trusted John Deere seed drill. And just a cheap spreader was the only one I could really find in our price range. There was another one we could have possibly afforded, but it needed 110 horsepower and we were stuck on 100, so I didn't want the same issues we had with the mower that time, so we're going to do the hard yards with this spreader. Hopefully I can get some money coming in once we've done this field, and yeah, and then we can improve our tools, I suppose, because I do want to improve the plow and I do want to improve the spreader before we get onto the next field. But for now, we're stuck doing the hard yards. So you can join me in a slow lap around the field with this tiny little spreader. And we'll put some lime down and get the pH level sorted on this field before we seed and fertilise it. So I won't need to cultivate, so that's one less job. And doing the seed and fertiliser at the same time cuts another job out, so fortunately. But we are running short on time. It's already 11 o'clock and we've got a heck of a lot to do now. This is going to take the longest time, liming this field with this little spreader, but we'll do the best we can. Now, what other choice do we have, really? I suppose I can't take out a loan, I can't lease equipment, and I can't afford a bigger tractor, not one with the size that we need. Anyway, eventually we will get a bigger tractor. I've got my eyes on a few, because we are going to need bigger horsepower for the farm, especially when it comes to ploughing, because that took a long time, and to get a proper spreader. Like I say, for now this is it. Tiny little spreader, and we'll do what we can. It is going to take a painstakingly long time to do this. Unfortunately, such is life. The struggles of starting a farm with no money, I suppose. It'd be good to have some big tools. Eventually we'll get there, I know that. But for now, I'm struggling. I really don't like the spreader, but it was all we could really get. Yeah, so we are still taking a long time. It's going to take a very long time. But yeah, like I said, summer's around the corner for New Zealand. So looking forward to that. We get longer hours, longer daylight hours. I'm getting my lung in the top, as they say. But yeah, so it's going to be good. The temperatures are warming up. We had a pretty miserable winter here, I must say, in New Zealand. Lots of rain, and it was cold. The lawns are out of control because they just can't get out there with the weather. It's clearing up now. We must have had weeks of rain in a row. Good for the dams, I suppose, and the rivers, but not so good for my lawns. But yeah, I'll be getting out there this week once the grass dries up a bit. It's getting a little bit out of control. Unfortunately, I don't have a tractor and a mower. I just have a push mower on a 1/4 acre section, so it's going to take me a while. So I know all about the struggles of working big fields. Well, bigger fields, I should say, with small equipment. Anyway, I'll get this done, and I'll see you when I'm finished. We finally finished the liming. It took us a long time. We've just started seeding, gone 420, and it's bucketing down with rain, and it's pretty dark actually. So yeah, this is the last job we need to do to this field, so I can imagine it's going to be pitch black within an hour. So we've really got to push on and get this done. Luckily this is 5.5 meter width, so it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, boy, it's gloomy here. It's so dark. They said the map was based in UK, but I guess the seasons is the the weather. Gosh. But yeah, I've never known anywhere to get so dark so early. But anyway, it is a storm upon us, I suppose. So what I am going to do is just make a little small border for now, just so it's given me a target to aim for. Worst comes to worst, we get half this field done, I suppose. Yeah, I guess we go down about half, or thereabouts anyway. Just give us a border to work towards, so if time does get pushed beyond what we're capable of, what we can finish, then yeah, then we at least got something we can aim for. I will try my best to get the field done, of course. It is going to take a little while. Not too bad, 18 k's an hour with the seeder going, so I'm happy with that. Definitely a good buy with the John Deere tractor. It's definitely going to help us out. But again, we're going to need some more power. And the problem with making money is we need to spend it straight away. So yeah, it shouldn't take too long to do this field, but it's just a matter of whether I'm going to have enough light to do it. Like I say, it's pretty dark already. It's raining. Probably not best to work the soil in a storm, I don't know, but I'm not a farmer really in real life. But I'll see you when I'm done. Right, that took a little bit. It's 5:40, and as you can see, it's pitch black and it's still raining. There's going to be bits I've missed along the way, but we needed to get this done. So just the last little bits down there. We'll go back up there and we'll get that done. Like I say, I know I'm going to miss parts. It's just, yeah, not really ideal seeding and fertilising in the dark, but it needed to be done. But who would have thought come 5:40 p.m. it would be this dark? I mean, I've never been to England, so if you're from England, does it seriously get this dark at this time of the night, afternoon? It's shocking. Would make putting the kids to bed a bit easier because it's dark earlier. Yeah, I'll just tidy this last little bit up, and then that's the seeding done, and then we can hit the hay. Oh gosh, it's been a busy day. I haven't really stopped. Just these last little bits here. I know there's a bit over there, and I've missed some with the ploughing, but hey, it's okay. It's all grass at the end of the day anyway. And I don't think one little spot's going to make much difference to a bigger yield, but hey. So that's done. I'm just going to park this up. Look at the darkness. We can't even see where we're going. Right, we'll park this up by the trailer for now. And just put it here. It can stay here. And I'll park the John Deere up in our temporary accommodation for it, under some shelter, and show you how dark it is, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Gosh, that was a long night. Yeah, what a day. Look at the weather now. Beautiful. It's cold, it's crisp, but it's clear. There's no rain. I think we're forecast for snow later on. I was going to go up to the far field behind the trees up the back and mow, but there's no grass to mow, so that's off the cards. The field's doing okay. It's looking pretty good. It's not going to be the best field anybody's ever done. Obviously, we're going to have missed parts because we're working in the dark and in the rain and trying to rush to get it done, but at least it's done, and we're going to have some grass come April next year. We'll have a mow to do. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day here. A damn sight better than yesterday, that's for sure. But we're done, so I do need to do a bit of shopping. There's a few things I need to do. We don't have any silage to sell, only 2,500 litres or so. So the only way to make money is to chop wood, so I think I'm going to have to do some wood chopping, because I've got some plans I want to do. I want to keep advancing, I want to keep growing and progressing. It says it needs rolling, but I'm not going to worry about the roll just for 5%, I think it is. I'm not even sure if it's 5%, it might be less than that with precision farming. But yeah, I'm not going to worry with the roller. We don't need to worry about weeds, so we'll just let this one grow. This one's done. It says it's pretty good, so we'll roll with it and see how it goes. But yeah, we do need to get some money in, because I want to keep progressing. I don't want to be stagnant and sitting still. So yeah, and chopping wood's about all we can do right now to make money. Now we've got 12,000 in the bank, nearly 13,000 I think. But I want a bigger plough, and to get a bigger plough I need a bigger tractor. To use the bigger plough and bigger tractor, I'm going to need a new field. So we'll warm up the Fiat and start her up and get her engine warmed up. Hit my head on the roof. Ouch. Just let her warm up for a bit, and we'll get the Massey out and get that hooked up too. And we'll get some of the get the equipment hooked up to that, the weight and the forks, and we'll get over to our trees. I don't think we can go this way. No, we'll go backwards. It's okay. We will put some sheds up eventually, but for now this will do. So yeah, we'll hook up to the weight and the forks with this, and we'll take this and the Fiat and the trailer over to the trees by the shop, and we'll start chopping some trees down. Make some money. I want to buy a new field and start working on that, because there's no point standing still doing nothing. And we do need to keep progressing. We're trying to grow this into a town after all, so one farm's just not going to do it. One field I should say. We'll hook this up to the trailer, And yeah, I'll head off over to those trees, I'll cut some wood, and I'll see you when I'm done. So, see you shortly. Right, that's done, and as you can see, we've made about $30,000 from those trees. Pushing on into the afternoon now, though. We did work pretty hard down there, so I'm looking at buying this field. It's just adjacent to the one we already own, which would make sense, so we can eventually extend this field into it and have one large grass field. Because I also want to put a few things down on here. I am going to, I think, put some gardens down on the edge there, and I will turn this into another field, which will link up to that one. That's the plan. How it all pieces together is is another story. Trial and error, I think, is what they say. So I do want to put a couple of open air gardens down. I got a plan for it, and I'll explain that as I go, as I play it down. But obviously, one garden's gonna be for the for cash, a cash crop. But I'm also thinking of using one to make stuff in the farm supplies production. Might actually help if I buy the land first, eh? Hang on a sec. Let's do that. Here we go. It's about $22,000. It's got field info in it because we did plow into it by mistake when we plowed the other field, but we'll buy that. Right. Now we can construct. That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it, Sabbath? So we'll put down our open air garden. I'm only going to put 2 down. We'll put them about here, I think. Makes the most sense. Try and square it up as best as I can, but nothing I do is ever straight anyway. So yeah, we'll put one there, and we'll put one just a little next to it with a little gap in between. There we go. Now, I know it doesn't seem like much, but I can guarantee you that it's going to help us out a lot. Yep. They're looking good. This is the first one, yeah, number 1. So in this one, I am going to put some corn down. Now the reason I'm going to do corn is because I can send all this corn into the farm supplies production shed to make seeds. Whether we use those seeds for ourselves or sell them, it all depends on our situation at the time. But for now, I can imagine we'd be selling the seeds. So that's an income booster right there. And this one I'm going to put some, we'll try the other door, the other gate. This one I'm going to put some sugar beets down because I know sugar beets, you get a lot out of it. And yeah, and we may make some sugar, or we may just go sugar beets. We'll see how we go for money after anyway. We are back down to 17,000, sorry. That's not too bad. We're going to need to buy a pump, a water pump. Normally I put the distributor down, but for some reason it conflicts with the farm supplies production and sends all my water over there. And I can't get the water out of there. So I'm not going to bother with the with the distributor, because it's just caused, I did an experiment and I put one down and topped it up with like 30,000 litres of water. 5,000 went to gardens and 25 went to farm supplies production, even though I've got no productions running with water. So we'll just run with the basic tap and I'll feed everything by hand. It's not going to be too much and too hard a job because it's got small capacity anyway. I don't think it holds that much seed and fertilizer. Water, obviously, it could hold a bit. But we just put the pump here, I think. We should be able to still run our infinite loop into this garden of water. Yeah. So we're looking alright, we're getting there. And this is what I like about this series we're doing, is it's progress. Every episode is progress. So, and yeah, I'll set all this up after. I'm going to run off to the shop. Going to get a tanker so we can do the water. And yeah, I'll feed the gardens with fertilizer and seed as well. And get that done. What is the time? It's coming up 2 o'clock, so yeah, I'll go and get all this sorted, get the gardens up and running, and I'll see you when everything's sorted out. Right, that's all done. There we go. Everything's got water and fertilizer and seed in it. The corn is looking good. It's already starting to go. I put 1,000 litres of seed and fertilizer in each, and topped up with about 15,000 litres of water. 12,000 in this one, roughly, yeah. So the sugar beets we're just going to keep aside when they come out, and maybe sell them at their best date, their best time. Or if we come into some money, I may look at building a farm production building. Not a farm yeah, a potato production building, where I can make sugar out of sugar beets. So, but we'll see. That's going to cost me 10 grand. So we're going to hold off on that idea for now. Let's just see how the vegetables grow in the gardens, I guess. But yeah, corn's going to give us a lifetime supply of seeds, pretty much. The way we've got this running, it's just, I'm going to estimate about 20,000 litres of seeds a month, maybe? I don't know. That's my rough maths on it anyway, so, which will be pretty good. And like I say, we can either sell it, or we can use them for our own use. We can even put them back into the gardens, so that's another thing we can do. But it's looking alright. We're moving along. I like it. I told you a lot was going to happen today. So we've got a new field. We've got some gardens. We do have some work to do on that. And again, the only way I can make money right now is by chopping wood. I can't mow any grass. There's no grass to mow. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to jump back over there and do some wood again at some stage shortly, just to fund the materials we need, because we're going to need a bigger plough for that field up there, because I'm not doing another 2-metre plough of a field. But to get the bigger plough, we're going to need a bigger tractor. So we'll probably sell that plough, and we'll see what else we can do to get some funds in. But yeah, it's looking good. We're coming along nicely. I'm really, really liking this series. It's working out fine. Like I say, the corn's going to be a lifetime supply of seeds. And the sugar beets, hopefully we can start producing some sugar. Where are we? I am looking at this up here. This is something I want to venture into in the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes, is to buy this plot of land. It's all trees. It's just above that block of trees. It's all, I mean, you can see the little divot around that square, that brown square of trees there. That little divot is basically all trees. So I'm looking at buying that top, where is it? This one. I'm looking at buying that field for 15,000 and maybe putting a production up there and starting a little logging town up there. But we'll see. We could also spend that money on the field down there instead and own the strip. Those are all ideas anyway that are rattling through my head. None of that can be done without money, which we are short of. So we will run around here, and I think I just double check that everything's set up in here. We'll put seeds on. Yeah, I'll turn them on once we get a fair few seeds come through, I think. Yeah, we'll wait for the seeds to build up. That should take about an hour. But just trying to think. Have a look at some prices. Growing season, sorry, I mean. It's not a heck of a lot we can plant until March. So we're not going to be doing any field work, really. We may plough a field up. That new bit of grassland we bought, we may plough that and get that ready at least. But yeah, there's just not much we can do right now coming into winter. We could do cotton, but I'm not really keen on cotton. There's no way we can afford that right now. So yeah, we're just going to be, I want to get something else up and running, because we're going to be pretty stagnant with our income if we didn't put those gardens down. So yeah, there's that one. We won't do the soil info for that until we've ploughed it, I think is the best bet. Yeah, I think we wait till we plough that. That's what we do. This one needs a bit of work. Our environmental score is not the greatest. We're currently just below halfway. It's 52 for that field, or 52 overall for the average. Okay. That's not too bad, I guess. The nitrogen we can boost up after we harvest. The pH value we will fix up, I suppose. Weed control, we can't do that. But yeah, we'll sort all that out. But we're going alright. We've got to figure a way of getting the seeds out of there. It won't go in, I don't think it'll go into the silage trailer, so... but we can sell directly from the farm productions as well. And I guess we can fill our bucket up from the Massey if we wanted to top up our cedar. We could just fill the bucket up. It's 1,000 litres, so... But if we look at ploughs, I'll just show you the plough I've got in mind. You can see even those ones need high horsepower. That one's 80, but I've got my eye on the Lizard 6M for $8,000. It's 6 meter width. Can operate at 20 k's an hour, but we require 180 horsepower is the downside. So I need to get cracking to bring some more money in so that we can fund this stuff, instead of standing around faffing about and talking, I suppose. But just trying to rattle off things that we're going to do. I've got so many ideas in my head. It's just a matter of getting the money to do it. So we're going to end up selling this plough. 2 meter plough is such a pain in the butt. But if we want to plough that field, I'm going to want a bigger plough, like I said. And we're going to need a bigger tractor. So I'll go chop some wood, and I'll see you when I've made some money. Right, that's all done. We spent all afternoon and a little bit of today. It's December 2 now, so we did have a sleep in there. But we're up over 45 grand, so what we're going to do, and I know this may disappoint a few people, but we're going to sell the Fiat. Just to get a little bit of income coming in to keep us afloat. I've got a tractor I'm looking at, so we are going to sell the Fiat. I do wonder if this can hook up to the plough, because we need to sell that plough too, so it'd be good and handy to take them both up there at the same time. I know that, no disrespect to this piece of machinery, it's done a great job, it's just we've outgrown it, I feel. We need a bigger tractor, and I've got my eye on one that we can just afford, but I do want a bit of money. So let's see if we can. I doubt we're going to be able to do this. No, I didn't think so. Worth a shot, you don't know till you try. So I'll take this up to the shop, and I'll see you up there. Alright, here we are. It's going to be a shame to see this thing go, and I'll probably regret selling it, but, you know, we're going to get a tractor that's going to do a very similar job. It's going to be twice as much horsepower, and it's only going to be just shy of its towing capacity. The tractor I'm looking at, I think, is about 7 or 8 ton, so that repair that first, obviously, and we make $1 off the repair, so that's not bad. So about $8,000 for that one. Well, we might as well say 8 grand all up, because that's $600 odd for that. So there we go. That's that sold. See you later, Fiat. Thank you for all your hard work. Now we're up over 55 grand again. We seem to spend our money as soon as we reach 50. Alright, spoke to them in the shop, and we got what we wanted. We got the Lizard 6M, I painted it red, and we got a Fiat Agri, 180 horsepower. So I think it's a Fiat Agri 180/90, I think it is. It's not too bad. Not a bad machine at all. 180 horsepower, 7.4 towing, 43 km/h top speed. This is going to be the workhorse. This will be doing all the heavy lifting. Obviously the Massey, we're keeping that. That's our loader for now. And the John Deere can do other odd jobs around the yard too at 100 horsepower. So we've got a pretty good range of vehicles now. Like I say, it was a shame to see the Fiat go, but it's kind of just done its dash. We've outgrown it. We need a bigger tractor for the yard, so we might as well. Yeah. And we are still sitting at about, what's that, 11,000? So it's not too bad. So we could get, I'm not sure if this weather is right for plowing. It is a bit cold, but we'll take it back to the yard anyway. Yeah, this should make the job a lot easier. Nice fast tractor, strong fast tractor I should say. And let's hope it doesn't give us any troubles. I've never tried this Lizard 6M mod before, so we'll see how that goes as well. But we will take this plow up and we'll sell that and get some money for that. So I'll go and sell this and I'll see you when I get back. Alright, we're done. And we're back over 20 grand. Not much else to do today. I don't think ploughing is an option right now with it snowing and being so cold. But I do like this tractor. The animated doors are a nice touch. And it's got some nice details. We did put the front linkage on it because I do want to run the mower and forage wagon at the same time with this. Yeah, but she's looking pretty good. I like it. I don't know too much about tractors, so let me know whether these were good tractors or not. I've never used this one before. The seeds slowly building up. We did sell a load of seeds. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, that got us about 16,000. So that'll tick over again tomorrow. And I think for now, what we'll do to keep the money coming in at 9 o'clock every new day, we will just set it to sell. And we'll get a cash influx at 9 o'clock every morning. But we just have to set it to store afterwards, otherwise it's going to sell it on the hour every hour. Which is okay, I suppose, but it's nice to see a big lump come in. Yeah, like I said, I want to get into ploughing, but it's 5 degrees out. Snow's forecast for the day, and it's only going to get colder, so... You know, I really do want to get that field ploughed, but... just don't know if we should be doing it in the snow. I'm not sure farmers would be out there in this weather ploughing right now. But I am really happy with our purchase, and I hope you are too. Like I say, I don't know much about tractors, so let me know if I've made a good buy here with the Fiat Agri. But yeah, that's about it for me, so take care, and I'll see you soon.